There's so many of us that are trying to figure out this life thing. We're trying to figure out where we belong, where we should be, how we show up.
I'ma get back on my feet. Give me a minute. I'ma feel this in my thighs, like keeping in it. Young Simon, give me a minute. Yeah.
Hey, boo. It has been 2 months since I have sat down to turn this camera on. And a big part of that is I knew that I wanted to talk to y'all, but I did not have the words to say. The second part of that is, to be quite honest, I am tired of performing. I'm tired of performing. I'm tired of feeling like I have to turn the camera on and turn it to somebody else. I'm tired of feeling like I have to wait until I have all of my ducks in a row before I come and talk to y'all. I don't want to do that anymore. So when I turned this camera on, I made the decision to talk to y'all like I'm catching up with a homegirl that I ain't seen in a while. You feel me? So this is going to be a chit chat and a catch up. So hopefully you'll be able to get something out of this video, even if it's just some entertainment for a little bit, okay? Even if it's just being in Mecca's business for a little bit, all right? So let's get into this video. Okay, so the last time we talked, it was November, and I was quitting NaNoWriMo. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go look at my last video that I posted. And to be completely honest, one of the things that I realized as I was going back through my videos to see when the last time I had posted was, I watched a couple of them and I realized that I had talked briefly about leaving my job to y'all, but I always knew that I wanted to sit down and do this type of video, and I didn't want to just always talk about it in a vlog, right? And so for those of you who are new here, I left my job back in August of 2023. And it has been a whirlwind since. But I am proud of the decision that I made. I am at peace with the decision that I made. And every day it seems like, in spite of everything, I get these little, I don't know, confirmations that I did the right thing for myself. And so much has blossomed out of me leaving my job. That's not to say that it wasn't the scariest thing that I have ever done in my life. But I feel like we get to a point in life where we just get, like, we're really willing to risk it all. It comes down to, do you want to be happy or do you want to just keep going through the motions? And when I decided, like solidified and decided in May of 2023 that I was going to leave and I put my resignation letter in, I was choosing me. I was choosing my happiness. I was choosing to change the timeline and change the trajectory of what I wanted Mecca's life to look like. I just turned 34 in January, and for the most part of all of my 34 years, I have just been going through the motions. One day bleeding into the next, going to work, coming home, and that's all I did for a really, really long time. And my spirit team, my ancestors, the divine, just got so loud. So much so to the point where I couldn't unhear it. I couldn't ignore it. And that was pretty much confirmed when I left my job in August. My last day was August 18th. August 22nd, I was in the hospital. Septic. Hours away from dying. Had an emergency surgery. And I remember talking to several people. Also, thank you to everybody who poured into me, who reached out, who checked on me. None of it went unnoticed, and I want to say thank you. And in those conversations that I was having while I was in the hospital and once I came home and I was on bed rest, so many people were like, Mac, look at the timeline. You left your job August 18th. August 22nd, you were septic. If there's nothing in me that wants to refute the fact that I definitely wholeheartedly believe that that was my body purging. That was my body purging. And I also feel like it was a wake up call from spirit. And one that is so powerful because it literally changed the trajectory of my life. There's something about coming as close to death as I did that just made me want to live even that much more. Like, it made me want to really take control of my life and make decisions based on what I want. And I know for a lot of people what I did and leaving my job with no backup plan, nothing saved, and all the things was irresponsible. And I'm not gonna hold you, it probably was, and I'm okay with that. But when it comes down to it, I feel like a lot of people, a lot of us, post, I can't even say post panty because we still in her, you know. But once the pandemic happened, I feel like a lot of people had that same realization, had the realization of like, what am I really truly living for? What am I really true? And like, am I doing something with my life that I will be on my deathbed and look back and be like, damn, I lived a hell of a life. And I didn't feel that. And so I decided to leap. And child, it's been hard. It's been rough. It's been up and down. It's been an emotional roller coaster. But I am so proud to say that the decision that I made has me in what I feel like is the happiest phase of my life that I've had in my 34 years. I'm so at peace. I'm at peace with myself. I'm at peace with getting to know myself in my 30s. Maybe that's what I'll title this video. Life in my 30s. Y'all know I love a good series. But my 30s has been something different. And I think I said this in a few videos on TikTok maybe. My Saturn return changed a lot. And it used to really get on my nerves when people were like, you really don't know who you are until after your Saturn return. I'm like, shut up. I know who I am. I know who Becca be. I indeed had no idea who I was until after my Saturn return. Mind you, I got out of my Saturn return in 2020. And it has taken about 3 years of integration for me to fully step into who I am and what it is I want and showing up fully. I think if that's the thing that I'm the most proud of in leaving my job, is it has given me the chance and the ability to show up fully. I don't have to go clock in and pretend to be this person and pretend to want to be around these people and pretend to love what I do and just pretend and have that basically siphon out who I really am. When I was working, I didn't have time to be creative. I didn't have time to discover the things that I like. If somebody was to ask me back in August what it is I like to do, I would not have an answer for you because all I knew was working home, you know? And it's just like discovering myself. I can't even say rediscovering. Discovering myself for the first time in my 30s has been, it's been trippy. Like, it's like I never knew that I loved so many things and liked so many things. Like, girl, who knew that I love fashion like that? Like, who knew that I would be into redeveloping my whole sense of style and my whole sense of creative expression through my style, you know? Like, just certain things like that that leaving my job has allowed me to really tap into. And again, I'm going to say this. I am not nobody's financial advisor. Okay? I am not telling you to leave your, in this economy, I'm not telling you to leave your job. There is nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5. It just was not for me. It was not for me anymore. And I've made peace with that. Um, I've made peace with that. I have, and it's a beautiful thing. So, what have I been doing since I left my job? So, I have started Curated South, which is my incense company. Hey, girl, hey. I'm selling incense, I'm selling wax melts, eventually candles, and I soft launched on January the 1st, and I fully launched February the 1st, and it's been beautiful. Like, it's been so refreshing to love what I do. Even the fact that I'm still in the phase of business where the business that I make is not profit. It's strictly like going back into my business. I love it here, y'all. Like, I love it here so much. And I know we are living in a time where everybody's like entrepreneurship, business owner. Okay? I'm not one of them. I'm always going to be like, yo, if your 9 to 5 makes you happy, if you need that type of structure, please keep your 9 to 5, because some people really flourish in their 9 to 5s. You feel me? But learning how to be a business owner, learning the ins and outs, even the studying, even the doing my homework, and you know what I'm saying, taking notes and connecting with different creatives and business owners that have been in, you know, business for years and giving me tips, and like I've loved the whole process. It's been such a eye-opening experience, and I do not regret it for 1 second. I don't like, if I knew that leaving my job would lead me here, I would have left my job way sooner. I really would have. So that's what I've been doing. I've been really like finding Mecca. That's what I'm gonna title this video. Finding Mecca. I've been finding Mecca, and I'm going to continue to enjoy finding Mecca. And I encourage you, in a world where it's the it thing to be a carbon copy of someone else, where it is frowned upon to stand out and be authentic and be vulnerable and to be yourself, show up fully as yourself, is like people turn their nose up at that. Don't let that deter you. Don't let the thoughts and the opinions and the perspectives and all of the others deter you from you being who you are and going down the path that you're supposed to go down, because don't nobody know what that path is but you. Can't nobody etch out that path but you, God, and your ancestors. So excuse me, that must have been a word because I got the hiccups. But I love it here, and I just wanted to take the time out to check in with y'all and to encourage y'all, because I know there's so many of us that are going through it. There's so many of us that are trying to figure out this life thing. We're trying to figure out where we belong, where we should be, how we show up, how we're to be in community with people. And with everything else that's going on, that's not the easiest thing to do. So what I will say is, be the reason that somebody smiles today, even if that somebody is just you. Okay? This is not going to be my last video. I'm getting back into the swing of filming and editing and all of the things. So y'all will have a lot more content from me. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with my Curated South channel, which I will link below, and you guys can go check it out and subscribe if you feel called. Right now, I have all of my readings on there. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do readings on YouTube. We're going to test the waters. But if you want to keep up with me, feel free to subscribe. I will link my socials down below. Thank y'all so much for all of the encouragement, for all the support. Y'all have sold Curated South out twice, and I've only been open since January 1st. So thank y'all. I'll leave my website down there as well if you want to check that out and get you some smell goods. Okay, get you some incense, boo. And I will check in with y'all in the next video. Be great. Get bread. Stay all the way alive. It was everything. Be intentional. Have the week you conjure. Peace.
$1,000 on the fronts, hella blunts. I just wanna wake up on your thigh, on the yacht, the minerals that's rented, windows tinted.